basketball is I just don't have it. I don't have football. I just don't have hand-eye coordination. I can't catch, and I can't throw. I can't throw it. I just can't. No, I really can't do it. I mean, with boxing, you know, I see the punches and everything because I really care about it. I'm extremely passionate about it. But in high school, the reason why I was always a bronze medalist until like my senior year was because I didn't believe. You know, I was just weak. You know, inferior kid. And as I grew up, I learned to believe. You know, winning states was the best thing that could happen to me in my life. Once I realized I could be #1 at something, you know, I believe that I could conquer anything.
How'd you get over the hump then to do it? Because winning state in a state like New York is tough.
My coaches believed in me. You know, my coaches always say to me, John, when you're in the offense, you can be the best in the world. You're the best in the wrestling. So you're the best wrestler in the world when you're in offense. Nobody can beat you when you're in offense. And what he meant by that was that when I'm believing and when I'm going, you know, I can do it. I'm just as good as anybody else. Don't wait. Don't wait for the Don't wait for Chael to take you down. You take him down. You know, and that's what he meant by that. You're the best in the world when you're in offense. And I took it to heart, and I won states. And then after my once I got in the UFC, you know, learning sports psychology, just took it to a whole new level. You know, to the point now where I'm kind of looked at as arrogant, but I can't control it, and I'm not really apologetic for it. You know, it's just the way I need to be. I need to believe.
When you look, you know, some people are made for things. If you had not wrestled or gone into MMA, do you think you would have been good at other sports, like not football or basketball? You obviously just said, but say boxing or any other sport out there.
Yeah, I think boxing, definitely boxing. I put my heart and mind to it, and had a great coach who was, you know, passionate about it. I think I would make a pretty solid boxer. I got a good chin. You know, I'm smart. I have good timing, rhythm, and yeah, I think I'd be a great boxer if I really took it seriously. Got some bigger legs.
You posted a picture on Instagram of you deadlifting. How much was it? Could it tell by the weight?
I can't tell. I can't tell. Weightlifters are too judgmental. And I was proud of my baby weight. Oh no, it was heavy. It was heavy. My trainer was really proud of me. He was really proud of me. Yeah. So
Was that like
it was over 4. It was over 4 also. Yeah. Now you're gonna have to figure out what was that. I was proud of myself, definitely. It's the most I've ever lifted. It was a lot of fun. And my technique was good too. It was bad, head up, butt out.
John, you're sitting here at Madison Square Garden, being called from an MSG Cup. You can't fight here. How does that make you feel?
You know, I feel as if it's right around the corner, and I feel as if, you know, things have been going so well. Why not be patient for something else? You know, it's like ordering something that you really just can't wait for it to get in the mail. You know, so I'm patient. I know that it's coming.
It's like Christmas morning. It's like Christmas morning.
Yeah, you know, it's just like, you know, I'm gonna put in my old stuff until that new item gets here. You know what I mean?
Chael was saying just now that he thinks New York needs UFC more than UFC needs New York. How do you feel about that?
That's not true.
No.
That's not true. No, New York City is the big apple, man. Everything's here. Fashion, food, everything's here. Yeah. New York City doesn't need MMA. They have their hockey team, they have the Yankees, they have everything. But it would be sure kind of them to add us to the program. You know, I hope that I'll become one of the greatest fighters of all time. You know, and I'm from New York. You know, why not give the New York State people their champion? You know what I mean? And all the other fighters who have dreams to fight at the Garden. You know, Ali was here, Tyson was here. Just being at the Garden associates you with greatness. You know, and I think that's a true honor for a lot of deserving young men out there who mean a lot to. You know, so and the economy-wise, you know, we just add up more millions of dollars coming to New York State twice a year. So why not do it?
Women's groups came out this week, and you know the Culinary Union lobbied with them, and you know they associated MMA and UFC with sexism and homophobia and racism. I'm not sure if you saw that, but how does that make you feel as someone who does this? Women's groups came out in New York this week, and they're lobbying against the legalization of the bill. Yeah.
In conjunction with the
Culinary Union. Yeah.
I want to stay away from it because I haven't heard that interview.
Okay. Since you've won the title and all the attention you've gotten, Nike sponsorship.
You like that, huh? I like this kid.
Since you've risen through the ranks, winning the title, the Nike sponsorship, all your popularity, ESPN, did you ever think it's happened a little too fast where you haven't had time to sit back and really enjoy it?
Yeah, it has been happening really fast, you know what I mean? Just like, I'm sure my haters hate it, you know, there's like, oh, something else good just happened to this kid, you know what I mean? A lot of good things have been happening, and it's a blessing, man, you know, it's a blessing. I had a minor setback with that car accident, but outside of that, you know, I've been trying to be a good person, I've been trying to do things right, treat people right, and that's what happens when you try to be a good person and you work hard and you do the right things, you know. So I feel as if, I feel like I'm sowing the seeds I put out, you know, treat people right, working my tail off, minding my business.
And both your brothers have obviously football players, NFL, been on national TV. You have yet to be on a Fox card. Is that something that is that one of your goals? Have you set?
I would love to be on a Fox card. I would absolutely love to be on a Fox card. I would have to figure out how I would work that out with Dana, not getting any pay-per-view and stuff like that. But you know, you do it because it's a job too, you know. But I would absolutely be honored to show a different side of a different demographic. A lot of people can't afford to be paying $60 for entertainment like that, you know. And I'm aware of that. I would love to fight for those people. Be honored to.
Cool. Thank you. Do you have a sense of your drawing power in pay-per-view? Where you stand in the company?
Yeah. I know I'm top 5 right now as a pay-per-view draw, and I think that's awesome. You know, I think that's really cool.
Chael said he's going to make $10 million. Does that mean you're going to make $12 million?
Chael, listen, I'll be the first. I'll tell you guys as sincerely as possible. Chael's not making $10 million. Like, and if you guys believe it, like, I just don't get it. Like,
don't believe it at all.
Right, cool.
Not in this life.
Yeah, like,
if he's making $10 million, I'm fired. Trust me when I tell you.
Yeah. Michael, you're fired.
Yeah.
Put the Mitrione on you. Speaking of Mitrione, jeez.
Unfortunate, right?
Jeez.
What was your reaction?
I think he's terrible for that. It's ridiculous. I think that Fallon Fox, I think that's a strong person. You know, despite what that person has been through in their lives, that's a strong person. I'm a fan of that person because of what they're going through and what they're willing to go through. People like Mitrione are scumbags.
Do you know that he's off suspension? That he's already off suspension and he's booked for his next fight?
I don't care if he's off suspension. He's a ridiculous person.
You had that reaction when you first heard of his comments?
Yeah. It's just like, shut your mouth. You know, he needs to shut his mouth. You know, that's how I feel about that kid. Scum.
You think the UFC should have done more to penalize him?
No, I mean, we have the right of speech. We're allowed to say what we want to say. And, you know, even him getting penalized, it's like, you know, he said what he felt. You know, it's like you can't knock him for saying what he felt. You can't suspend him. But at the same time, you just shouldn't do stuff like that. Be decent, people. You know what I mean? Try to treat each other right.
You think he's a scumbag? Maybe you set that up for your first heavyweight fight. That's the worst.
Maybe. No, he's not worthy. He's not worthy. I'm saying,
Wow.
No, that sounds terrible, but I would rather fight somebody who's a little more credible. You know, I really want to challenge myself. I give a loser glory.
When do you think you might go up?
That sounds terrible. He's not worthy. Oh,
Here you go. Here's the haters.
There's the haters. See, that's what I'm talking about, Jones.
Just waiting for you.
Cocky.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, I'm not going to give you. That's going to be a big fight. I'm not going to give it to him.
You seem to be more good humored on Twitter, though. Like, I remember when you used to respond a little bit more and get a little more upset.
I reply to people all day.
Yeah. But you seem like...
Oh, we got a hater. Monkey, get rid of him.
No. It seems like you're dealing with it better, though.
Oh, better, yeah.
It seems like you're getting a little bit more...
Yeah, I'm learning some people are gonna hate me. That's the way it works, you know. It's like people hate the Yankees, but that's a whole team to hate. You know, me, I'm like a whole team by myself. So I get a lot of people hating me. It's like, hey, John, you're like the GM, you're the manager of your team, you're the head coach of your team, you're the offensive coordinator of your team, and the defensive coordinator of your team. Like, people are gonna hate you. They're gonna hate you. That's how it works. You like represent a brand. You gotta be strong enough to deal with it. So I'm like, yeah, I've learned to like, you know, deal with it. And then, you know, I realized that a lot of people actually support me too. So I'm like, all right, you know, I try to focus on them and reply to them and not focus on the people who are like, oh, but you got a DWI last year. All right, I got a DWI. And, you know, that was last year. Like, let's move forward now. But it's like everyone's comeback every time they want to get at me. So I'm used to it. It took all the power away from it. It doesn't bother me anymore. So, all right.
So John, you have no problem with Fallon Fox, you know, fighting women?
You know, I don't really know much about the situation and how that works. You know what I mean? I haven't even gotten to see that person fight yet to know if it looks like a guy fighting, or if he looks like it, or she looks like it. I don't know, a guy fighting or a girl fighting. But I just respect people who are brave enough to be themselves, brave enough to stand out and say, yes, I'm different. And, you know, guys, like, deal with it. You know, like, you don't have to bash it like that. That was ridiculous. You know? So I'm a fan of that person's strength. I'm a huge supporter.
Speaking of representing a brand, how's the relationship with Nike?
It's great. It's great. Me and my Nike rep, we're like close friends, you know, really close friends. And he's pulling for me, you know. He's trying to do as much in his power to get me ahead in Nike and get me respected by the people that are way high up. You know, right now MMA is a small department of theirs, and he wants to change that. He believes that I can be the guy to change that, and you know, it feels great because I don't feel like I'm on the back burner at all. I feel like we're moving ahead, and he's you know, he wants to see me do big things for MMA and Nike, and that's going to be great. That's going to be great. I'm going to continue to try to be the guy to do that and really explode where, you know, MMA fighters being sponsored by Nike won't be a taboo thing in the future. You know, I want to get the executives to like invest several more million in their Nike brand in the future, in their MMA department in the future, and make it like huge for everybody. You know what I mean?
What kind of opportunity?
1 second, guys. He's got 10 minutes left here, and then he's going to do some TV interviews, so fire away, okay? When do Bones Nose shirts go on sale?
They've been on sale.
Bones Nose?
Nike, yeah, they're real tricky with the way they advertise things. You know, they like to keep the name high. So right now, they make it so the people who got it, they got it. Because if you want to sell it on eBay for ridiculous prices, it's up to you to do it. But like knowing that you're like one of the few people who have it, it makes the product mean a little bit more.
I'll rephrase. When is it on sale to the public?
It's on public. It's been on sold out. It's sold out already. And then, yeah.
What music are you going to be listening to prior to the fight on Sunday?
I listen to a lot of reggae, and the reason why I listen to reggae is because I associate it with the people who listen to reggae in those islands. You know, it's like, it puts me in this hard work spirit, you know, just ready to just work hard, you know what I mean?
Okay, we've been talking to Chael a lot lately. He said he's going to steal the championship from you like a gangster tonight. Do you have anything to say in response to that?
Chael's not a gangster. You know, gangster is working hard, working really hard. You know, like Chael that's not gangster. Chael's not gangster at all. He's, you know, he was working in politics and stuff like that. You know, like businesses. It's not gangster. So I just don't take that seriously. Even like the comments he said, you like, if he was undefeated, that'd be gangster. You know, he's not gangster.
Jon, who else at 205 excites you for a potential matchup in the division? Who else at 205 like excites you for a possible matchup? Do you look at the other guys? Anyone stand out to you?
Got you, said for sure. You know, that's somebody I want to fight. But you know,
is it the striking challenge, the reach?
Yeah. Well, I don't call people out. You know, he called me out first by making that Harlem Shake video. They said Jones is next, and I was like, all right, if you really want me to be next, I'll desire that fight. He's a guy who has respect. And he's a new guy, you know, to fight as a champion against a young guy who's ambitious. It's a threat. It's always a threat because he's going to want it. He's going to want it bad. He has a young body to back up his training. So that's going to be a very awesome challenge for me. He's just as tall as me. You know, a lot of people say, Jon, fight people your own size. As you can tell, I listen to all the criticism, right? And I want to put it close to that too. You know, fight somebody who's 6'5", 6'4", have longer arms, but he's definitely right there. I won't be looking down on him. You know, we'll be right there, middleman, and not too short guys. Yeah, and I want to fight him to shut up my praise.
Not Davis and
Davis and Masasi, I talked to Phil last night in the hallway. We took pictures together last night. I said, hey Phil, we're going to fight each other. That's inevitable. You know, I don't want us to ever have a negative relationship with each other. I think our personalities are pretty similar. You know, we're both young black guys. We love to smile, love to have fun, and I think it'd be important that me and you stay friends. Because we've known each other before we were in the UFC and through the wrestling community. He was like, that sounds cool, Jon. So I'll be fighting Phil definitely one day, but I'm in no hurry to fight Phil. I'd like to work on this technique and become an even better fighter, so it'll be a better challenge.
When's the wedding?
The wedding, we're trying to get that done.